What can I say, y'all? Y'all know when y'all see me and hear me, it's exactly that time. It's exactly that time. It's media exclusive time, you guys. This is Intellectual Radio, our radio station. I'm your girl, Lukey R. I'm kicking it right now again. Part 2. It seemed like with my homegirl Wanda. What was that one?
Hey.
Love her to death. Love her to death. So it's a lot to talk about today. You know, you guys, I keep y'all updated on what's going on in the news, and it's funny to me. It may not be funny to y'all, but we got the tea. Oh, we gotta get the tea. We gotta get the twisted tea because it's definitely needed. What's going on, everybody that's tuning in right now? If you're tuning in on my Facebook Live, share this video. I'm about to give y'all some info. Thank you, bartender Earl. You see it. We're gonna have a lot of people getting teed today, but let's get into the information that you guys probably want to know. So we're gonna definitely talk about Joe Biden and his $1.9 trillion stimulus package plan that he has ready for everyone. But he can't do anything until he's officially in office, which will be after the inauguration around the 2021st. And then we're gonna get into Trump and his second impeachment.
Ouch.
Love it. That was like one of the beautifulest things going on in 2021. We needed it. And then, of course, we're going to get into who's going to actually perform at the inauguration because I have all those details. You sing it? Is you?
Yes.
I'm going to be interviewing. Not really, but I can speak it into existence. You never really know. You never really know. Okay?
You're going to be interviewing at the inauguration?
It sounds good, but I'm going to put it in the
Media
air.
exclusive?
Yes.
Hey.
I sounded real feminine right there. Don't get that twisted. It's not what you think. It's not what you think. Okay, so
that was me.
Wanda's always the one that's got my goatee right now. So like when I throw out some stuff and I read some things, of course it's verbatim, but she's gonna give me extra stuff on the other side. So be paying attention to both of us. We're gonna do a tag team. Okay, we're gonna show y'all how we do this. Shout out to my man Ali. He's not here today, but Wanda holding it down.
Holding it down, Ali. You hearing spirit.
In spirit. He's not deceased, y'all. I don't.
Not that spirit.
Right, not that spirit.
He out in Chicago doing what he do.
He's doing what he's do, making it work for you. Okay?
Not the higher spirit.
Yeah, he ain't
the Chicago spirit.
I'm trying to make sure we clarify that because
right. They gonna be like, Ali.
Somebody Ali, that's my brother. We don't want that.
Cry.
No.
Right? We kicking it with.
Not to mention is Dr. King's birthday weekend.
Happy
shall I say?
Birthday to
Go on, Wanda. Go on. No,
that was it.
No. I had her back though. I was definitely gonna vibe with her if she'd have rocked it out. I'd have probably threw a bar in there too.
Oh, okay.
I'm lying. I want to go do all that.
Oh,
all right. So let's get into it. It's a lot to talk about. So I'm gonna read, and y'all know I barely do the actual papers, but because it's so much, and I want to make sure it's correct and me repeating. Okay. So let's go with the $1.9 trillion COVID-19 plan that Biden Harris is putting together, and then I'll let you guys know for those who have not yet still gotten their stimulus packet. I got stimulated already. Did you get stimulated?
I got stimulized.
You got stimulized?
It's almost gone.
So mine's still in the bank account. I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, people may be.
What's your number?
414-444-4412. Earl, you get stimulated? No, he's dry. Sorry.
He's dry.
Sorry.
I don't stimulate him. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I meant with money. Oh my goodness. Y'all minds got to get out this gutter.
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. We may have to not even talk about this today. It's getting real juicy.
How many zeros are in trillion?
It's a lot because we ain't got none of them.
Well, no,
I only had 2 in my 600. So
I've been 1,000 there before.
I mean, I had 2, but that was
never
short-lived
trillions though.
Never millions or billions.
Not millions, trillions. Neither one. That's a lot of zeros.
Hey, we in the wrong profession or something. All right, so let's jump into it, guys. So we're gonna discuss, like I said, Joe Biden and his $1.9 trillion COVID stimulus package. Right. So the proposal is called the American Rescue Plan. All right, and it's divided up into 3 buckets. Don't ask me what the buckets is, but it's buckets. So you got $400 billion, right? And that's going to be dealing with the coronavirus, and that's the vaccine as well as the testing. All right, that's $400 billion towards that. Then it's another $400 billion in aid to the communities and businesses, right? So those who like maybe small businesses, big businesses, and things like that, they are also going to have divided into $400 billion for that. Then it's $1 trillion in direct relief to families, and then it's a $400 a week in extended federal unemployment insurance through September, and then they have, of course, other assistance for rental assistance as well, emergency pay leave, school funding, and then the Democrats are proposing, that's actually something different. We're gonna get into it, but he is trying to do the $1,400 stimulus checks as well. That's going to be also included in this $1.9 trillion. So it's looking like he's trying to put it together. Remember, at one point they were, like I spoke before, they are trying to do the 2,000, which a lot of us that already have the 600, you're just going to get the difference, which will be the 1,400. Now, I would love for us to have 2,000 on top of that 600, but we're not going to be greedy. We're going to take what we are able to get because, again, we may need more stimulus checks as the coronavirus is starting to mutate into a whole nother strand, which means that the vaccines that they have now may not even help cure anything because of the new strain that's coming out. Again, shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Soy, I see you. Share this video and rock out with me and Wanda today. We're going to give you guys some information, and then since we're talking about the stimulus packet, let me get into those who have not yet received their $600. So what they're saying is, if you have not yet received it, or however the money goes for each household, okay, if you haven't received it, then unfortunately today is the last day. They have not yet extended it because you have to remember they can't do too much more about it because now they're going to get a new Senate that's already in, and then they have to go into play as far as when you guys can either get the money or if you're able to get it sooner. But unfortunately, because this plan was under Trump, that's the deadline that everyone have. And if you don't have it now, then unfortunately you'll probably have to claim it on your taxes. So if you owe taxes,
So if you didn't get the first 600 though, you may still get the 12 or no?
If you haven't got, for those who didn't even get the first, it's still not looking good. You still may have to claim both of them, the first stimulus packet as well as the second, on your taxes this year, because now you have to remember we're going into tax season. So,
but what we get 1,200 now is for the following year. It's 2021. The first 600. Did we get it in this year?
Yeah, we got both. We got both of them really. So we had the first.
Okay.
What was it? 1,200 early this year when the first pandemic
kicked.
One, correct. One, okay. And then now this 600 or whatever everyone's getting. So if you haven't received the first 1,200 or whatever your household,
what you're saying.
Then unfortunately, because we're going into a new Senate and we're going into a new presidency, then they have to wait until Biden and Harris get in. And unfortunately, because his inauguration will be 6 days later, they're not going to try to continue to reissue. So unfortunately, you guys will have to either wait until after. They saying it's sent out. They saying a lot of people has got their checks sent out on the 6th, but still have not yet received them. You will probably have to wait until whatever the deadline is for them to say, hey, we're not sending out anything else, to make sure you don't receive it. If you don't receive it, then yes, you'll have to go and unfortunately claim it on your taxes. That's the one of them situations where if you owe taxes, are they going to take it? Or are they going to waive it? And see, that is not being told in, unfortunately, in these new, plans and stuff like that. So I'll keep you, updated on those new terms. But again, you have to remember the new Senate started on, I want to say the 3rd of, a couple of weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, for Biden, Harris. The new
Senate is already started?
Right. You have a few, but not all of them. They don't really go into play until his actual inauguration. That's why they can't talk about, right. Okay. That's why they can't really give us the 2,000 or the 1,400 now, because once that deadline was reached, and then, like the two individuals, the two men that just won to Georgia, they also have to wait to be seated as well, because everything doesn't really go into play until he actually is inaugurated. And then, of course, he become officially signed in and things like that.
They're increasing the food stamps too.
I don't get that.
I don't either, but for the people out there, they're giving 15% increase in food stamps through September.
We can't really say, because it's illegal. But if y'all want to let us borrow a couple of,
that's why I was putting it out there.
We're throwing it out there subliminally,
but we're not putting that on the World Wide
Web. We're not
doing
that. Facebook. If you got my digits,
let's talk.
Let's talk. Let's discuss,
about your extra 15% and what you'd like to do with it.
I'm just saying, just help me help you. I'm hungry. Wanda, you hungry every now and then?
My stomach growling right now.
She's hungry right now. And that's okay. We'll get teed off of this one right here. Me and her can get teed, all right? Because we all right with this, okay?
We're not trying to lose our jobs.
No, we ain't trying to do that. You know what? We're putting money back into the economy, depending on how you look at it.
That's what we're doing. We're stimulating the economy.
I like it. With our stimulus. Because me and Wanda was stimulated. Earl is, yeah. Sorry, Earl. Sorry, I love you. All right, so look. Keep that in mind, all right? We're going to move it on to the next, because everything pretty much goes hands in hand with these topics today, right? Let's get into Trump. I don't call him the president. You got him? Get T.
He gets
We call him 45, all right?
45 so y'all know, gets the T.
not like the tea, but he get teed. You know,
he's getting teed.
I actually
it's a verb.
Let me real quick, y'all. If y'all have not yet, y'all noticed the infamous tea. Y'all know that the meme is going all around, right? If you guys have not yet drank this, I bought me one today. I'll let you guys know how it tastes.
I had it too. About 2 and about this one.
She got 3.
It tastes like tea.
It's supposed to have a little alcohol in it. So I will give y'all my official, diagnosis.
Next week we will have a tea review.
We can do that. Y'all, you know what? Everyone that's chiming in right now, next week Friday, get you a tea.
And we want to hear about it. Come to Media Exclusive. That's right. Next week.
Yep.
And we want to hear your tasting tea time. And
is it a yay or nay?
Yay or nay?
Yay or nay?
Or does it actually go upside someone's head?
Well, we're gonna do that
or
anyway.
You get tea.
Because when he hit him, it didn't break until it fell on the floor. So we know it's strong. All right, so let's get back into it. So now Trump, for y'all who are paying attention, y'all know last week we discussed how he pretty much praised and encouraged this riot. I called it a rally because that's what they would call it. And then I had my air quotes. All right. So this riot that he encouraged because he's basically getting kicked out and he feel like, it was stolen from him that, he actually won this year's presidency again for another 4. And he pretty much was like, y'all can go to the Capitol and basically turn up. Right. And they actually turned up. And shout out to everyone that's getting arrested because that's also beautiful as well.
I love it. Aren't they some crybabies?
Yo, for that teen that brought her whole family down, she is the MVP. I didn't get her name. They didn't really say her name. They just like the teen tricked and basically got her whole family that was there that rushed the Capitol are now in going to prison. I love them. I'm just saying. She's the MVP. If I can get her information, I will interview her.
I didn't hear about this one. This is someone that a teen.
A teen. She saw her family. I want to say mom and dad at the Capitol, and she tricked.
A girl tricked on her parents.
Yeah.
I love
her. She's the MVP. I love her so much, you guys. I don't even know. I'm gonna look for her. I'm gonna go try to get her.
Like that's Karen and David there.
That's Karen and Kenneth. All right. So with that being said, now they're like, yo, we need to get him impeached. Now, for y'all who do not know what's going on, reason why it's so important that he get impeached this second time is because it stops a lot of stuff that he thought he was gonna do for 2024. And let me explain. So he was originally impeached, but don't get it twisted as far as he was impeached and then, he should have been gone. No, it's steps. It's literally process to this. So the House impeached him, okay? But the Senate did not convict him, which allowed him to remain 45, okay? And for those who don't know what 45 is, that means the president, but y'all know I'll call him that. Okay. So with that being said, he was able to continue to stay in office. All right. Now this went on. Now imagine they were still been trying to impeach him, but because the first impeachment and those articles, okay, that Pelosi had on him was pretty much thrown out because they found him basically, let's say non-guilty. I'll use terms that you guys will probably would understand. Not saying y'all slow, but the political terms you may not get. So I'm gonna just do it like that. So basically, he wasn't convicted. So that means he could continue to run and do his, 45 thing, right? Now, with this going on with the Capitol, a lot of people are saying like, yo, you're definitely, truly unfit to run this country. I don't know why they waited to the last to determine that. But hey, it is what it is, right? So now with that being said, the House went back. Got to go back into it. Pelosi went and, got up her articles as well. Boom. They impeached him. Now we're waiting for the Senate again. Okay, to go ahead and convict him. So now we're waiting on that because as of right now, they're saying, and make sure, let me read it in verbatim. Okay. Y'all like that? Okay. All right. So it says Trump impeached again. Trump is the first president. So I guess you could say he actually made some form of history outside of all the stuff he did to add to it. But he was the first president to be impeached twice by the House. The question now is, will he be convicted by the Senate? Remember, I told you it's the House and the Senate. Same thing. You want the 2000 House and the Senate. They got to be on one accord. And that's the same with this. Okay. So for now, they're asking, well, what is next? So the House introduces and passes the articles of impeachment, but the Senate is where the person being impeached, 45, okay, will focus on the trial and the punishment, which will be whatever they determine the punishment is, just like court. All right. Whatever they say in court will go. So the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. We all know him. That's the one who's not giving us this $2,000. Okay, that's him. All right. He has indicted him before, but again, y'all have to remember it's the steps to all of this. All right. This will not bring the Senate back. So he's basically saying, this is Mitch McConnell basically saying he's not going to bring the Senate back early for them to do this whole, trial and things like that. So Mitch, yet again, now he's the one that actually went on and impeached him. He actually was like, yes, let's do this. But you also don't want to bring the Senate back to do the articles of impeachment itself to move forward in the process of doing conviction.
May I ask, do you think it's because the reins turn over to Schumer so now he wouldn't have to make any decisions? It actually would fall where it takes the sting off of him of actually impeaching. Mm-hmm. If they do it now, he kind of was part. But if he leaves it for Schumer,
they still got a small time frame. Because in the middle of doing all this, because the articles of impeachment is not going to be overnight. That's one. You got to do this. It's almost like court. You got to go and fight your cases, basically, right? And mind you, in the midst of doing all of that, you have to also get ready for Biden Harris to come in, which is in the next few days, but I'll say less than a week. So it's like to doing all that, they have the time, but they don't have the time because you still got to get ready for him. And I'm going to explain a little bit more with Biden Harris because they're talking about security maybe have a problem, but we'll get into that. So let me finish with this. So what he's saying is they won't be back in the last days of Trump, and because January 19th is when the earliest is that they'll come back, and that's the Senate. That Mitch McConnell saying that the Senate won't be able to come back until January 19th. Mind you, 2 days later you have the inauguration, and then I believe he gets sworn in as well on that day. So he said that the trial process will begin then. So he's saying it will begin after the 19th. So you're looking into rolling into Biden Harris inauguration. All right. Which I believe is structured, and he's doing a lot of stuff on purpose. All right. It's a Trump will be already out of office doing his impeachment. The senators will vote to impeach a former president. And I'm explaining what that is. This is called a late impeachment. All right. The main penalty for a guilty verdict is an impeachment trial is removal from office, which he'll already be out. Okay, but they can still do it, but it's considered a late impeachment. The senators can vote to bar Trump from holding office in the future. And that's why this is so important. Because, if you haven't remember when he said that if he ran and did lose, that he was actually going to try to run again in 2024, right along with Kanye West. I'm going to throw that in there real quick, but then I'm going to bring it all back. So if he was to just gracefully leave and didn't do all this stupid stuff and this mayhem and, the stuff at the Capitol, amongst other things, then yes, he'd have been eligible to actually run again in 2024 against Biden. Okay, just so you guys know. They need 2/3 of these, of the president's, the representatives, actually, the new Senate, to actually convict. And if all 100 senators are present, that's 67 senators. So they don't need 100 of them all. They just need 2/3 of it. And then if they do that, he'll actually get a conviction. That's a lot. It's a lot going on with him. And then the impeachment, and then it's right in the same sneeze as the inauguration. And it's just unbelievable. This guy, I think they should have did it a long time ago. Y'all have to wait until something as massive as this with the Capitol to determine he's not fit.
I think there's people who owe Trump money, or Trump knows their secrets. Mm-hmm. It's something more going on that they will not go against this man. So, I think Mitch McConnell wanted Trump to be able to leave office without going to jail. He wanted him to be able to finish out his term, or he's been threatened that he better let Trump finish out the term and walk out the office. So I think it was all planned, and he wants this all to happen on Biden's watch, because this all will go down in history under Biden's first 100 days.
Correct.
So it also puts a little scar on Biden's
his office, his
start of his legacy and things. So,
hey, did you hear about Marjorie Greene?
Who's Marjorie Greene?
She's trying to impeach Biden already. She says she's gonna do this on on the 20th. I mean, on the 21st.
What you doing?
She's trying to impeach him
for
abuse of power that he don't even have yet. But yet she tweeted it day before yesterday at 6:30 p.m. on her Twitter page that she will be bringing up articles of impeachment on Joe Biden for abuse of power.
And she's newly elected. So
Go ahead, tell us about it. Tell us about it.
So newly
Funny.
elected Rep. Marjorie Taylor announced Wednesday on Twitter that she plans to file articles on impeachment against President-elect Joe Biden for abuse of power. The Georgia Republicans' announcement came shortly after the House voted to impeach 45 for incitement of insurrection. So is she just saying she's tired of Republicans who lay down and allow this country to be ravaged? Green is a presidential ally aligned with the pro-Trump conspiracy group. And she plans to file the articles on impeachment on the first full day of Biden's presidency.
Crazy.
He ain't
even did nothing. He ain't got no power, y'all. Let me say something. He's president-elect as of right now. He has no power. He can't do nothing. Right now, it's just talk. He even with the $1.9 trillion COVID-19 plan he wants. He can't do anything but just talk because he has no power to go. He can't even discuss things with Senate right now because they can't go into play because you still have Trump Senate. So, they got to move people around. He may keep some people. You never know.
What's the name of that group? Because Marjorie is a far right. She's part of that QAnon, the one with the scary man who broke into the Capitol, the one who had the raccoon hat.
Yes, I don't know. What is it, Earl? Do you know?
QAnon. She's part of that. She's a supporter of that group, the QAnon group.
So basically, she's just upset that 45 is gone.
Yeah,
that's all that is. Because how you gonna impeach somebody who ain't got no power yet? He ain't got none, y'all. None. But hey, I guess now off before we get to the last of who's gonna actually do the lineup for Biden-Harris inauguration. So they are trying to remove the Trump Towers sign off the Trump Towers. Let me explain how I want to be there for that moment. And it's looking like it's going to happen.
Do you agree with it?
I do. Anything that has his name on it.
So in New York, they have taken his name off. He loses his funding. They've taken his name off the skating ring,
everything,
off the park. So New York, and that's his hometown, are already doing this.
And it's gonna trickle here and wherever else he have that say anything of a Trump.
It though, so he doesn't own Trump Tower. I see, huh? We're just
whatever they trying to get it removed, and I mean, however it's gonna be, I just need to be there. You guys, certain things to me is a historic moment, okay? And I like to see bullies taken down because, again, I don't like bullies. Not saying I was bullied in any way. I just don't have the respect for a bully, and because he believed that his money would talk. Even in the presidency, he has to understand that has to hold, brother. Money ain't talking over here, and it ain't your money. You got to remember.
He's never been a fan. He really speaks ill of Chicago. I don't even know why we allow his name to stay on there. Period.
Money is the money. Money is the root of all evil. We all know that. So now they're trying to take that, and I'm assuming what they're saying is, by him being impeached again, if convicted, got to remember he's not. Even though he'll be gone by the time they actually do anything. But if he is convicted, they're saying that, like I spoke last time, that he loses the perks that he would normally get had he not, which is the unlimited flights, I believe. He won't get the security, of course. He will lose whatever.
I have that
what is
here.
She's going to pull it up because I want to make sure I'm getting it correct. But those things,
once impeached, he loses his $20K pension for the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
He loses his $1 million year travel allowance. He loses his lifetime full secret service detail, and he loses his ability to run in 2024.
Oh, he burned up. So he's back to civilian life. And I'm hoping that even when, or if he is, he does lose all of those things, that they actually find him convicted to the point where he could do somebody's time, something. Now what I don't get is he's actually trying to, I guess you would say quit. And so, because I'm trying to give you guys the legal terms, but not, so you got to he's trying to basically throw himself out before getting impeached. Before removed.
Isn't he trying to pardon himself as well?
Yeah. But what they're saying is, in order for him to do that, steps to that, you guys. You just don't go like, hey, I'm pardoned. Because they're saying if they was to do that, then every president that's in trouble, shall I say, will try to go and be like, hey, on my last day, I want to pardon myself. He will have to go all the way up to the courts, the high courts at that. And most likely what they were saying is they're not going to allow it. So he can try it all day. Whoever he's talking to inside of that house is giving him some really bad information, because just imagine any and every president, even Clinton, let's say him, right? Let's say he go up there and he get caught with the Monica Lewinsky situation, and his very last day of term, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna pardon myself. And they're like, no, it doesn't work. It steps to it, and unfortunately, they're saying that even if he was to do that, most likely it wouldn't. They wouldn't fly. It wouldn't fly. It's not looking good for the man. Now, off the subject for a slight bit, because I see Wanda trying to get me together over here. They're saying with Joe Biden, they're already talking about assassination. Already Biden and Harris already. They talking about at the inauguration.
Ooh.
So they had to cancel his trip that he was going to in I want to say it was in Washington, I believe, or something like that. His Amtrak ride or something like that. They had to cancel it because the security, they're saying, is either leaked or it wasn't as secure and tight as they believe, so they had to cancel it.
So let me think of what they're trying to do here. So they want to kill him before he's inaugurated so Trump can stay in office, because if they kill him after, we actually have Harris now.
This is fact.
And I don't know if they actually want Harris, so they may want to think this out real quick, because do you really want the black woman to be running this show? So you may want to make sure, if you got this plan, do it January 19th instead of 20th. I mean,
something. But they're talking about doing it. They talking about doing it on the
inauguration. But they need to do it before he actually gets inaugurated.
I don't know, but that's what they're saying.
I wonder, can Trump stay in office? Well, then they'll keep going with the if he's
impeached, then no.
But they would have to keep going with the impeachment proceeding. Who becomes?
Oh yeah, Pence.
Oh no, y'all! Come on, leave him alive.
Pence. So if Pence doesn't, I don't know
anybody,
how that goes.
I am giving the tea to anybody out there planning to assassinate somebody.
Yeah,
you dummies.
But why was y'all? I mean, y'all that mad? I mean, the dude gave y'all 4 years. I mean, be grateful. Y'all can't always get an Obama moment like you know. We got 8.
Y'all should have brought out y'all cousin and them to vote.
Not even that. Y'all shouldn't have did the Capitol stuff.
Right.
That was on y'all.
Got y'all in trouble.
Y'all messed that up out there being extra.
Climbing walls and beating up people with flags.
For what? Then you in there posing at people's desks. Come on, man. You ain't got not one
mask podiums. On. I mean, come on, y'all.
Let me explain something. Do y'all not understand? It's so many cameras in there that you can't even believe. They're not gonna be in blind, they're not gonna be like right in your face. They probably somewhere you would have. There's probably a camera right here, and you don't even know. And you out there doing the crazy. It probably is. And you actually doing stuff that you don't think you're gonna get caught. And you got people that probably like the young lady who tricked on her family. People ain't going. People don't want that, and yet y'all did that. You can't be mad, man. You can't be mad at nobody but yourselves. Stop being Karens and Kenneths out there. It's y'all losing. Like Buddy came into office and y'all start losing y'all jobs. Y'all start thinking that we was in them times again. Look, we not. This ain't what you want. And as much as I don't like to say it, people don't have no respect for life in this generation, right? So what makes you think you're gonna go and be a Karen to this generation? You understand what I'm saying? Nah, you gonna get teed, baby. If not worse. Throw it up. You got it. Throw it up. Gang, gang. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand you can't always bam. Right? Bring it back. Can't always
bring
do that.
All the way back. Bam.
Right? You can't always do that. You have to stay in your lane. Feel how you feel, but keep it in the inside. Like when Obama came in, we didn't do all that. We just felt like we ain't gotta go to work because we got a black president. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta pay no bills right now because that's as far as the stuff that we would go. But y'all doing too much. You're coming up, you're using the N-word thinking we gonna bat it. No. This is not that. It's not that. It's not the time. It's not the times.
I'm going back to the Trump losing the name on Chicago. He's starting to lose some money. What about him not being on social media?
That we talked about that.
Did we talk about that?
Yeah, he was banned.
I'm surprised
he going crazy
at
Twitter. He going crazy. He probably losing his mind for real. He can't get Twitter fingers. I'm thinking they was having like these memes out right now that they have him disguised as someone else. Like they got like a little mask, like Twitter, a little beard or something. Talking about a whole nother name. Talking about what y'all doing. It's funny, but I don't put it past him. Like he just might. Now I don't know how much of this information is true, but they're saying that when Biden Harris get into office, that there are going to be Trump supporters that may want to do harm, like they're doing. They hurting African American people of color, and they're trying to, I guess you would say, prove a point to a degree. I don't know how much of it is true. Just be aware of your surroundings.
So besides planning assassination attempts on Biden, they're going to now start coming after us.
They're talking about doing some hanging, things like that. So like I said, I'm not true. I don't know how much of it this is true.
That's probably true.
It's a lot of stuff that's going on in the social media. You can't always pinpoint where it's coming from, and even sometimes the sources. But if it is true, and if it's not true, it doesn't hurt to just be cautious. Okay. And that's just in everyday life, regardless if none of this stuff was going on or not. Just be careful when you walk in, when you're talking, and what you're doing. Because if it is some form of truth to that, then unfortunately, yet again, African American culture will be targeted. Okay. For those that's upset about Trump's impeachment, him losing again, the race. There's a lot of bitter individuals out there. Like, we was hurt that Obama couldn't do another 4. I get that, but he gave us 8. But you can't, we didn't go all crazy and stuff like y'all. We ain't going to the Capitol, and they talking about assassinating him when he first got elected, and he was just running. At this time, he didn't even win, and it was already talking about killing him.
I like term limits, though. To me, the 8 years was enough. I don't think we should have presidents for more than. Look what this one thought after 4 years, like he was
this
king.
Is true. It's true.
I think
and they need to
get him out of here.
They need to have that same energy for those that's in the House and the Senate. I believe they should do the same amount of term as the president, because it becomes his cabinet, it becomes his people. So if that is it, because he's the one that chooses who he wants this, who he wants that, and then he can also fire him, which becomes his. So if that is the case, if you do 4 years, then your 4 years in the House and the Senate is up. Now you can get reelected per the new one, unless he's reelected, then he can still. But I believe there should be a limit to it, because look how they acted. It's like you have the president, right? But yet he's not the one that actually say yay and nay. If you pay attention, it took the House or the Senate. So now you got the Senate saying no, or you got the House saying no.
Which is why he didn't get impeached the first time, because the House impeached him and the Senate didn't.
Correct. Then look at the stimulus checks. It don't go like president. He can say we want 2,000, but then guess who we got to go through? House and the Senate. Either one of them say no. Guess what? Nothing. So what's the what's the purpose if you can't really do as much to help the American people, because now it goes to a whole bunch of rich people that's in the House and the Senate. But they're not losing no money.
He actually did more executive orders than any other president, though.
This is facts.
Who went around those that you do need the House and Senate and just make these executive orders. I do believe he made the most from any other president.
I mean, that's all he knew how to do.
Well, so looking at the numbers, maybe he didn't. I think George Washington did more. But George Washington was also the first one to do this stuff.
Baby, let me tell you.
But
we looking over the stats right now.
I'm looking over the stats to see where maybe he didn't make the most. Let's see. He's going. Let me find him. Oh, wait. He made a lot. 204.
Which one is this?
Who made the executive orders? I wanted to see, because I thought he made the most. But
go up on the who stole presidencies. Orders. All right. Let's do that one for it wouldn't be him. Yeah. It's a lot going on. But my whole point, you guys, is to understand what's going on. Just be careful. Like we have this little lockdown, which Lori put into a play again, that we supposed to be on lock to the 22nd or something. Or was it 12th? I think it's the 21st. It may be for the inauguration. They may be up to something. You notice that when something going down, they always want you to be in the house for something going down. But if that is the case, all I want y'all to do is be careful. These next couple of days is going to be real life. All right. It's going to be a lot of people mad, upset. Lock your doors. You never even know. The carjacking is still into play. It's even heavier now than it was before, because they're getting a little rhythm with the stuff. All right. Lock your door. And like I tell everybody, which I don't like saying too much stuff on social media, because you kind of give those that's carjacking or,
my daughter was carjacked. Ideas.
But find out where y'all can get these trackers. It's easy to get a tracker put in your car that you wouldn't even believe someone would even think, because you got to have time to really be doing all that looking. So put it somewhere, even if you got to get it custom. So if someone does take your vehicle, guess what? You'll know where to find it.
That would be good.
Okay.
I wish we would have had that with my daughter's car. So
they got apps. They got apps, and you can have it go on program to your phone. Pay that little extra money. Take a little bit of that stimulus check.
Don't do it on your phone. Put it in the car and somewhere, because they take your phone too. When they took a car, they patted her down, took their phone with her. Okay. So it's hard to track on the phone.
But I mean, it's supposed to
put it on something at home that you don't carry around with you.
Or put it on a few things. I mean, put it on a few things. If it's on a car, I mean, because if you have a moment where they're able to get you and not get your phone, then you'll have it. If not, put it everything. Link it. It can all be linked to your email. put it on another
That's
person's
smart.
friend's phone, but it's ways because it's all Bluetooth. And then
Yep.
they all have the same signal, and then you can just have them track
Smart.
via email. But like I said, I don't like saying that because if they are out here and they on my channel, I'm telling them. You know what I mean? But it's like,
Oh, you telling them to look out for the tracker?
yeah,
We're not gonna tell you where we put it though in the glove compartment.
But they might get a little smart. They might get a little something. But
you don't
I'm just
have
saying,
any carjackers on your. Are you on the live feed, carjacker?
I'm hoping not, because I drop quarter nickels and dimes. We don't play that over here. We don't play them streets. Now you can get my vehicle. It's insured. Shout out to the Gap Insurance. But the point is, it's cold, so I need my whip. All right, now you want to do something dumb? At least let me get to spring. Ain't nobody trying to be all Ubering and stuff like that. But be careful out there, you guys. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. You got the new senates, of course. So those who was paying attention a couple of weeks ago, we got the new senates in Georgia, which brings us to having that 50-50 House and Senate, and then Harris is giving us that tie-breaking vote. That was another beautiful moment in the end of 2020. You gotta love it. I can't pronounce their names. It's not a really
Oslav and Warnock. I'll look it up.
I want to say it's Warnock. It's like
Warnock
WAR Warnock and then Oslav, but
we
love y'all.
We love y'all. We know you know who you are.
Y'all just made
two new Senate guys.
Very, very much so possible for us. Okay, y'all made it very possible. Then you got Schumer coming in. He's definitely Team Biden. Pelosi holding on. She has her moments. We'll rock with her. Pelosi have her moments, y'all.
Well, we got to rock with it because that's what we got right now.
She better. I'll tell you one thing. She's a little tabit sneeze better than Mitch McConnell.
Definitely. Absolutely better.
Definitely.
Than Mitch.
Now I get what she was trying to do with the stimulus check. She kept saying no. She wanted to stay at that high limit. She wasn't coming down. But y'all also got to remember, y'all could have always did standalone bills. There's nothing wrong with that. Y'all can still have the major bill over here with the for the PPP loans and stuff like that. Y'all could have still had that, but you neglecting the American people. It's about almost a year, and the first thing y'all give us is 600.
Well, did you hear they're also talking about? Well, they will be forgiving the PPE loans that they already gave out. They have forms now to be forgiven.
I need to get one. Hey, Biden's talking about canceling student loans.
Now that I will sign up for. That's more than that $1,200. When you owe thousands and thousands.
Do both.
Do both. Right. Help everybody.
Because we don't know when we're gonna actually be let out of this COVID situation. Like I said, the vaccines, you guys been paying attention, ain't nobody really getting well. All right. If anything, they get sicker. They had a young boy, he was 4, I believe, took the virus, and now he's in ICU. It's another individual
from taking the vaccine.
Yeah, took the vaccine, and now he's in ICU. It's like everyone is getting sick a week or so later. You may not get an actual symptom right then and there, but those who are getting them right then and there, that's one thing. But then a week later they get them and they like bad. They're not like nothing good.
So if your employer told you have to get the shot to come to work, would you do it?
They're actually talking about that now.
I know they are though. So
I'm laughing at them.
No,
I'm laughing. You got to take it first. You got to take it. My thing is, you got to take it first. And if you don't pass out, and you got to give me that 7-day grace period, I need to see how you is after. I mean, I got underlying
conditions. What if they paid you to take it?
I got underlying conditions, so I don't know. You gotta holler at an actual healthcare provider, and I need to see them take it in my face, and then you need to give me 7 days too.
7 days off of work to take it in.
I need to see them after 7 days. I need to see if you still walking and talking, or as you clucking and barking.
What I've read is that the first shot people have been okay, and it's that second shot that they're not feeling well after that second shot.
You got some that's not doing well on the first, so just imagine those on the second. It's like, why you got to do all of these shots? Y'all don't do that for the flu. Flu shot is 1.
This is true.
I ain't going.
So you're not going. You're not taking the shot to
what?
Keep
Hey, Earl,
job.
what did we say? We gonna wait?
He's gonna take it.
No, man, Earl, you switched. It's only been like 2 weeks.
But he'll be the second. And they already on the second.
Yo, I'm gonna have to relive. Okay, I'm gonna have to relive our last video.
Rewind the tape.
That ain't what bro said. Because we was together.
You remember y'all being together.
All of a sudden, he need to get teed.
But a few million people have taken the shot, so he's okay with it. And he
they ain't well. Man, Earl finna get tea, y'all. Pineapples. There's pineapples all up in here. He didn't say that, y'all. I'm gonna have to rewind it. We gonna go ahead and let him marinate on it. Let's discuss those that's going to be performing at this inauguration, and you guys let me know, as well as you guys over here. Is that a good lineup? Is it something
Let's hear the lineup
you want to watch? All right, so Joe Biden and Kamala Harris inauguration lineup. So Lady Gaga, I love her voice by the way, will be singing the national anthem. Do you think she's gonna rock it?
Yes.
Y'all think she can sing. Y'all think Lady Gaga gonna rock that national anthem?
I like Lady Gaga's voice.
Her voice is amazing. I actually like, and I actually paid attention when she had that movie. What was it? A Star Born?
Yeah, I didn't see that, but
what?
I didn't see it. Maybe I'll do that
a little bit, but it's
weekend.
gorgeous. Like I love her voice is lit.
It's a remake though, right? I'm not the big fan of remakes.
I don't think so.
A Star is Born.
I don't think.
Isn't that with Barbara Streisand the first time?
Was it?
I think so.
She telling her age.
I read that. I googled that. I wasn't around for it. Thank you very much. The tea go.
She said, "I get the tea. I get the tea." All right. So then we also have Jennifer Lopez. So you're looking
performing.
Yeah. So Lady Gaga is gonna do the anthem, and then they just said Jennifer Lopez and more. They didn't specify what she's gonna be doing, but I'm assuming
she
performing. For Biden Harris swear in, aka the Celebrating America. That's what it's called. Swear in is aka Celebrating America. It will be hosted by Tom Hanks. I like Tom. Demi Lovato.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
Ant Chimmons.
That must be for their demographic. I don't know what that is.
I know, and John Bon Jovi.
And that's for the seniors.
So this lineup, you guys, is all over the place. That's just my opinion.
Well, that's to be inclusive.
Yeah, it's
you
just
can
all
find
over.
Somebody you like watching it. They're trying to get to all age groups,
this
right?
is literally everywhere, you guys. Like, wow.
Ant Clemens.
Wow. I don't know, but I'm definitely for Lady Gaga. I'm definitely for it. Justin, I haven't seen him or heard him sing in a while, so I'm hoping he still got the pipes.
He got the pipes, and if he stays with the oldies, we're good with the oldies.
Is he gonna do Rock Your Body? Okay, that probably wouldn't be appropriate.
No, probably Rocking Your Body. No,
I want to rock your body. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that'll be. Yeah, that may not be actually something that will go with that actual inauguration thing there. So.
So I'm looking at Ant Clemens, and he's obviously filling in a demographic of because we don't have they covered all the bases of nationalities to please everyone, and I think Ant must be Team Black.
That's the only one I see because everybody else is not of African American descent.
So I think they are African American throw in because they have a Latina. And now they have, so I think that's the purpose of
they have two.
Ant.
I think Demi Lovato.
Oh, right.
She's Latina too as well. They don't have me, okay? And I feel some kind of way about that.
What is your talent, my love?
Just being me.
Oh, comedy? You gonna be the comedian? What you gotta have a talent if you're performing.
I'm gonna walk.
You gonna J-Lo it up there?
And walk up in there, and they gonna be like, "Oh my God, it's Leah. It's like Leah Luki R. Let her in."
So you're gonna interview the performers, maybe? I'm gonna give you a job.
I mean,
you can't just be me.
I could, but I also just want to be also in the spotlight. Just in the spotlight. Like I want to walk out on stage with Biden and Kamala, right? I want to walk out like when they introducing their families. I need to be part of one of them. I mean,
we have Joe Biden. We have Louis, Leah, Lukey. I messed it up.
I don't know what. I was like, who is Louis? You ain't bad as Earl. Earl jagged it one day so bad.
I messed that up.
Louis. Look at Louis. I'm like, bro, it's just Lukey. Like, Leah
Lukey.
Tom Wanda is done. Back. I think she's sipping on this tea.
I'm sipping on the tea,
I think she's
y'all.
got tea for real.
Tea me. Go ahead, tea. Ow, this thing hurts.
Wow, she actually hit herself in the head. Earl, take the tea, baby. Take the tea.
I'm sorry, Leah, Lukey. Where did the Lukey come from?
It's my grandma. May she rest in peace. I love her to death. She gave me that nickname, Lukey, and my brother's name is Smoochie. So he was
Smoochie and Lukey.
He was a kisser.
Y'all should have been as a singers. Lukey and Smoochie.
I'm gonna end the show early now. I'm gonna end it now. We're gonna go ahead and go. No, but Lukey, I didn't really get what was Lukey. Like, where did they they get it from. I believe they told me, but I just came with my own acronym for it. So it's like loving you kindly in every way.
Oh, so you made it have meaning.
I did.
All right,
And it makes
Leah
sense.
Lukey R. Now I can say it perfectly.
Earl
On
still
the
can't.
stage
Earl,
with
can you do it?
Biden.
Whatever. He just heard us say it about 4 or 5 times, so now he think he got it.
Well, when you gave the acronym, it really made it make sense.
You said what, Earl?
It is a tongue twister.
That's
Leah
what
Lukey
they
live.
say. We try to keep the show PG. I try, y'all. I try to keep it on a PG level, but me and Wanda, we just be silly with it, and it just does not end that way. It never do. It's just one of them days where silly people do silly stuff when we get together. Can you imagine us going out getting cocktails? We'll probably get kicked out. Earl probably be reserved.
Our time is not quite up. We're winding down, but we're not up here on IntellectualRadio.com. Thank you very much. Media Exclusive with Leah Lukey R. Thank you.
Earl just tried to do us up in here,
He
but
tried
what
to
he
do
don't get
us.
is what he don't get is I know what his vehicle is.
Uh-oh.
Boom. Okay. Things get live.
Teed.
Get teed. But you know, with that being said, you guys, just remember $1.9 trillion plan is looking good. We're looking like we're definitely going to get that other $1,400. Those who have not yet got any of their stimulus checks, I do strongly have prayers for you because I know you may need that bread. But there's always some hope. You can always, claim it on your taxes. I just hope you guys can actually get it and don't have to owe. I don't know how that's going to go. It's not even a number you can call for to determine how they're going to do that. All I can tell you is check your Get My payment and see if they have any updates. If it says it's been mailed out, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do.
$iRadio if you're thinking of what to do with it when you get it.
Or you can,
give us some cash apps.
$ Leah Royster. That's my government. It's okay. You can have that name there. And I'm grateful for whatever, you guys want to do with your stimulus check, like provide money for the show, and
we love you.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's 2021. Giving is giving.
Giving is giving.
We're giving you knowledge,
entertainment,
tea.
We'll help you tea. That person.
All that we're doing it for you, so you won't have to do it. And Earl, we're gonna pray for you, and hopefully soon you get stimulated. It's a very sexy feeling. Okay, when you hear that noise,
when it hits it,
yeah. It's a beautiful, or you get the vibrating on the phone, or your watch.
Cha-ching.
You be like, what was that? And then you look, and you see a $.
Ow.
And then a negative balance.
Ooh.
It's the sexiest thing in the world. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to chop it up. We're going to go ahead and end it out here. But remember, the inauguration is January 21st. I don't know what time because everything is switching because all of these potential and alleged threats on the soon-to-be
And you'll
president.
be back with the news from how it went for us.
Man, if y'all, I get that. Oh, anyway, so y'all just stay tuned. I'm gonna give y'all all the tea, all the dirt, all the mud that you need next week on Media Exclusive. Wanda, tell them your show.
Oh, tune into He Said, She Said. It's Sundays at 2 p.m. on IntellectualRadio.com.
That sounded very explicit, but we're not going to say anything about that. But yes, do that. And y'all always can check me out. Y'all already know Fridays, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, Intellectual Radio, Media Exclusive. Ali, I miss you. Come back. Come with us. I miss you so much, brother. But he got to do what he do. If y'all only knew what he was doing, I can't tell you because I want him to tell his own story. Earl, we love you. Hopefully one day you get stimulated. You can enjoy this vibe that we're also having. Check me out on all my social medias. Media Exclusive is everywhere. Leah Lukey Royster is everywhere. The T, we're going to hashtag that so you guys can always check that out. Share this video if you haven't done it already. Come back next week, Friday, and jam with me as well. And you guys, I love you so much for rocking with me. Y'all keep me inspired, and I love you as well. Peace.
Ain't no coming down, I'm so fly forever. Ain't no coming down, I'm so fly forever. Ain't no coming down, I'm so